Morning everyone, it's Terry and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to do a really, hopefully quick run through of the greenhouse, just to show what's going on a couple things and point out some other things. But right now I've shown this many times. This is my Galeandra leptoceras. It's just a glorious thing to have. It's in double spike, and these spikes are sequential, so this is the second round of flowers on this plant, and you know, I don't know when it's going to stop, but right now it's just looking just wonderful. There is no scent, but you know, this whole plant is, you know, it's relatively small sized plant, and it's grown much like a catasetum. It gets the winter's rest with no water, maybe an occasional misting if the canes get too shriveled, but you really don't commence watering until you see the new growth. And the inflorescence arrives from the tops of the new growths, well, between the leaves, and produces the flowers, which are sequential. But anyway, besides that, well, behind here, this is my what is this? Bellina. This is my bellina. I've had this a few years and I've kept it on this mount, so I'm really shocked that it has survived. But there are active roots that have green tips on them, new roots, and it is gonna flower for me. You know, someday I'm gonna have to take it off of this mount, but until then I'm just gonna leave it there. What else? That's still looking pretty good. That's a little Laturia hybrid. This is another little Galeandra that I got in the spring. This is Galeandra D's, I believe. Yeah, there's the tag. D's. Dry winter, that's what it says. Similar looking flowers, similar growth. Well, it is the same growth. Nice little thing. Okay. Out here, this is just still going away, my Acriopsis. And this is still looking pretty good. This is my Sievekingia. This is relative in the Stanhopea family. Miniature, exit wet, the inflorescence that goes over the edge. And here are some of my new acquisitions, or some of my flowering stuff that I've wanted to keep them in a humid place. This is just a, pardon the mess, this is where I used to keep my orchids, but now it's a mess. This is where I sort of keep my collection of little succulents that I've collected in my travels, just kind of picking them, little cuttings off of people's yards and parks, just different places, and carrying them back in my luggage. But what I wanted to point out was this plant that I haven't featured it. I've had this a little while. This is also in the Stanhopea Alliance, and also Maxillaria, I believe. This is, let me just get the tag. Kegeliella, atropilosa. And these plants, as you can see, this one is in spike, and you can see the long inflorescence. And there are a couple more down there, and there's another one over here somewhere. But anyway, these like medium amounts of light. Too much will make the leaves fall off, will make them brown and fall off. They do like to be moist. So it's kind of a delicate balance. This is in a south-facing window. It's fairly down low, so when the sun kind of goes over the horizon, it's in the shade. But it does get a good amount of morning sun. And so far, it's been here for a month or two, maybe a month. and no signs of any browning or anything. Over here, beside my phoenicea, which are drying out now, since they were in that swamp, or whatever you want to call it, puddle, overnight. This is a new mounting of a kiki that fell off of my Aeranthes arachnites, and looks like it's doing okay. And right next to it is a Brassavola hybrid that I have. It's in bud, and this is Bepi Florida Bay times, looks like that's Encyclia phoenicea. Okay, that will be you know, typical Brassavola flower, star-shaped white with, I think it does have some spotting on it. I'm not sure what else. Back behind here, this is a new acquisition that I have had probably a month, and spikes have been developing on this. This is a Miltonia. It's a warm-growing Miltonia. It's Bluntii. I actually have Bluntii. It's doing okay, but I wanted a more vigorous one, and found one. And this has there's, I think in total it might have 5 flower spikes on it. There's another back there. But anyway, can't wait to see that. It's got a dark purple flower. I think I might have a picture of it. I'll try to put it up there. Okay, back this way. And this still in bloom. I noticed that my Dendrobium Hercoglossum, it's got forming some inflorescence right there. That's always a nice thing. Oh, here I noticed this. This is my Eplc. This is my Volcano trick fireball that had that long season of bloom. Actually, was it this year? No, it was last year, last fall. There's one right there. It's got another growth over there, and then there's a third somewhere. It had 2 growths for me last year, which both bloomed. Now it's got 3 growths. There's another recent acquisition I put in semi-hydro. These really are the only few that I have. This is another Eplc, Golden Sunburst, I'm sorry. This plant I had to have after I saw Peter Lynn's, and he was telling, it was on Facebook, and he was saying that the flowers are very long lasting and they're fragrant. So that'll be nice. It's a yellow flower. Down here is something that just opened, and this is for Ed if he's watching. Ed's Orchids. This is where's the tag? Well, the tag is well, I don't know where the tag is. It's Paph Magic Leopard, and it's crossed with Phoenicea. And I know Ed likes Phoenicea, so you can see the Phoenicea and the way that petals droop down, which is a very nice feature. And nice hairy spotted as well, and as well as inside of the pouch. Anyway, okay, yeah, all of this is still going on over here. I won't go into that. I'll just move outside. Okay, so you see out here on this table, I noticed, well, I knew that there was a sheath here, and then there's another one over here somewhere. Well, of course I won't be able to find it. But also what I noticed, this is going to be a first time blending for me. This is a plant that I got last fall at the Illinois Orchid Society fall show. And I bought it from a member. Wish I knew her name, but she does all of the photography in the club. And it's a Kuchara, Stephanie Takasaki. And as soon as I saw the name Kuchara, I immediately scooped it up, not even knowing, but I know somewhere in my distant memory that name was something that I should pay attention to, and as far as orchids. And of course, when I Googled it when I got home, I was happy that I got it. So I'll be happy to show that to you all. Up here, these are some of my Brassavolas that I just got. I think I got these from SVO, and they are already well attached to my mount, the cholla wood, and putting up some growths. There's green root tips right there. Down here, this is a Kegeliella that I got. It's got new growth. And I pointed this out. This is my ABC hippodama. And see if I can point it out. There is the sheath that is more pronounced than it was. Another thing that I wanted to point out. Again, this is my Brassavola CrazyArachno, which is two spikes. And I'm sure there's probably more developing. It's got a nice fragrance at night. This is a cross between Purardii and Cucurata. And this is something that I did not see the last time. This is my Brassavola Yaki's best. And I could have sworn this new growth was not there when I pointed it out in my last video just 2 weeks ago. But who knows? I guess it could be. These are some more Brassavolas that I got recently that are nicely rooted and attaching itself and putting up some new growths after only a couple of weeks. It's incredible. This is my Hercoglossum, Dendrobium Hercoglossum. Earlier it put up these 3 new growths, which I don't think they're progressing fast enough. And now they've put up some more. So I don't know what this plant is doing. Let me see. What else? Oh, I wanted to point out, this is my Sievekingia. There's a YouTube channel on Orchids, pasta. Anyway, she had a couple of these that were specimen size, I would say, from Indonesia. And this is mine that I got from Indonesia in the mail. Took about 3 weeks, maybe longer. Indonesia via San Francisco, then here. This one's another one which doesn't look so well, but anyway, that's that. Yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on. And of course, this is my Angraecum, the Lemforde White Beauty. There's the bud right there with the spur. So that's exciting. Yeah, my Paphs down there. That's pretty much it. I think that's still going strong. Antelope cross. Oh, this is for Sharon. This is my, can't pull it down because it's got this on there, which I should point out as well. This is my Dendrobium Hercoglossum, I believe. Yeah, Hercoglossum. So it put out some new growths early in the spring, and now the new growths are putting out more growths, another growth, round of growth. So I'm hoping to get some blooms at some point. There's another one. There's one there. So really just watering it a lot. And it's I added some moss so that the roots that are emerging from the back and have something to attach to. So, but what I was pointing out to Sharon, this is my Spectabile Dendrobium. And I do believe the canes are all completed in their growth, but they're equal to last year's canes, which bloomed. So that's pretty exciting. And it gets all the sun in the morning, and then you know, lightly filtered sun in the afternoon. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Look back here. Here's just some of my Encyclias back here. This is, well, Encyclia postechias. That's Kegeliella. This is the other one, green hornet, I believe, and this one is prismatacarpa. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's about it. There's not really much blooming out here. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I included everything that I wanted to. Enjoy your orchids, people. Have a good day.